All right. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us here a little early. We're going to get started, I would say, in about 4 to 5 minutes. So just hang tight. And for those of you that have already joined, we would love to know where you work, where you're from. I know there's going to be a lot of you from all over the US, so we'd love to hear from you. So if you would like to, in the chat box, let us know. We'd love to hear from you. Like I see Rock. Oh, we have Stephanie. Stephanie's one of our own. Hi, Stephanie. We got Kim from Minnesota. That's where we're all from, kind of. I'm right on the border of Minnesota, but I'm in North Dakota. But that's where
Yep.
Melissa's from.
Yep. I'm here in Minnesota as well. Twin Cities, East Metro, so border of Wisconsin, Minnesota here. So yeah.
All right. And then letting us know where you work too. We'd love to know. I know quite a few of you are from our alliances. So thank you for joining us over your lunch break, more than likely. We got Mankato, Columbus, Ohio, Philadelphia, Ocala, Florida, Rockler, woodworking. We got, I'm just looking up here, Kansas, oh, Savannah, Georgia.
Early childhood instructor. Yep.
Oh,
Virginia.
great. Prior Lake, Minnesota. That would be kind of near you, I think.
Yeah, Southern
Maybe.
Metro. Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, Monica. Hi, Monica from Charleston, South Carolina. I hear that is a beautiful place to go and visit. That's on my bucket list.
Sounds nice. Although I know that they're getting hit with those hurricanes out there, so stay safe.
That's right. Yes. Oh, we got a lot more from Florida, Naples, Tampa Bay, Omaha, Nebraska. Oh, from Optum. Great. Welcome.
Getting
Oh, and
expensive
it's
to
getting
live here, I
expensive
bet.
to live here. Shoot.
I bet.
Oh. Right. Oh, Columbus, North Carolina. Oh, St. Cloud, Minnesota. That's near my hometown. More from Ocala. Awesome. So yes, if you're just joining us, we're just wanting to know, where are you from? Where do you work? We have lots of you joining from all over. So just looking forward to getting started here shortly. I would say in about 2 minutes or so, we'll get started, because I know we just want to be mindful of all of your time too, since I know you're more than likely joining us on your lunch break.
Lunch break, study break, whatever it is you're doing.
Yes, right. Yes, I know we might have some students too.
Yes.
Oh, Rockler Companies. Oh, Medina, Minnesota. More from Kansas City. Again, more Ocala. Welcome. Oh, University of Kansas Health System. Hi,
Love
Colleen.
it.
Oh, more Ocala Electric
Electric
Utility.
Yeah. Got a lot of people still logging in.
Yes, I think we're up to about 90 here. I know there was quite a few.
Wonderful to see.
All right. Okay, well, I have 12:01 on my time, so I'm going to get us kicked off here. But welcome, everybody. Thank you again so much for joining us today. And also just welcome to our Rasmussen University Professional Development Training Series. We find that this is such a great opportunity to join, maybe over your lunch break, like I said, study break. I know a lot of you look forward to this every single month. And we are so excited to bring you today's topic on cultivating resilience with a growth mindset. I am really excited about it. My name is Mackenzie McFadden. I am from Rasmussen University. I am a senior national account manager based out of Fargo, North Dakota. I have the privilege of moderating the session today. Today's session will be recorded. We will be sending that out. Just be mindful that it will take us about 2 to 3 business days to get that sent out to you and uploaded to YouTube. So be on the lookout for that. All of you that do attend the live session today will also receive a certificate of participation. We will send that out later on this afternoon. And then I will also be monitoring the chat box. So while Melissa's presenting, if you have any questions, any comments, please throw them in the chat box. We want this to be engaging for you today. But you're more than likely joining us because you are part of Rasmussen's Education Alliance Network. So I just wanted to briefly touch on a couple of those benefits that you receive. So Melissa, if you want to, yep, thank you. So with the Education Alliance that you have with your company, we extend multiple levels of tuition grants to you. More than likely, your company has some tuition reimbursement for you to utilize. So this is just a really great opportunity for you to save on your education, no matter where you're at within your education journey. We also are offering right now to any of our campus-based programs or any of our students that are enrolling in a campus-based program a brand new laptop. We just want to set our students up for success right away. We also have a $400 Kickstart grant. That's for those of you that enroll in any of our online programs right now. And then another grant we have is our Start Strong Savings Grant, where you are going to be able to take our general education courses or our self-directed assessments at no cost. That typically saves students around $7,000 total, in addition to all those great benefits that I just mentioned. So just a really great opportunity for you to save on your education. We have multiple areas of study, including 8 different areas with over 60 different degree programs, and we have certificates all the way up to doctorate degrees. So really, no matter where you're at, we would love to help you out. Most of our programs can be completed 100% online and as few as 18 months. So we want to make sure that you have that flexibility as a working professional. And our next start date coming up is September 30th. I know it's right around the corner, but we have several different start dates throughout the year. So whenever it works best for you to get started, we'd be happy to help you. For those of you that did select yes during registration, we will have our corporate admissions team ready to go this afternoon to connect with you. Otherwise, I will put our landing page in the chat box for you. So you have that if you want to explore your options. But I know you're all here to learn about the growth mindset, so I'm going to pass it off to Melissa. But again, thank you all for joining us today.
Thank you, Mackenzie. And again, welcome to our presentation today, Cultivating Resilience with a Growth Mindset. And before I get into our presentation today, I wanted to introduce myself a little bit. My name is Melissa Wagner. I'm a Career Services Manager here with Rasmussen University. I have been with the university about 13 years, just celebrated 13 years actually. And prior to my role here, I had been working in recruiting and HR. So love that I have been able to take my experience and my education and flip it on its head and really educate job seekers about professional development, professional growth, job searching, putting your professional self forward, best foot forward, I should say. So again, thank you for joining us today. As we get started, I do want to really have you guys engage with the chat. If you have comments, questions, definitely make sure that you're writing things in the chat box. And again, Mackenzie will be really monitoring that for us and bringing to light any additional questions that you might have. We'll do a little bit of Q&A at the end. But what I wanted to start off with was success and what that means to you. When you think of success, when you think of that word, who comes to mind for you? And you can type that in the chat box. You can um, write in, if you see an image, and there'll be a few popping up on the screen here for you. But when you think of who is successful, who is that? What does that look like? Who does that look like? What does success look like to you? What does it mean? Love to hear Oprah aside. So you see a few when I think of success, there are some things that came to mind for me in this presentation as I was developing it. But really, success can mean something different to everyone. Having an impact socially and happiness and health overall, personally, and having professional success. So really, it doesn't look like just one thing. Everybody's success can look different, mean something different to you, depending who you are and what matters most to you. Success can be anything that you want it to be, and it can look different. It can be something different. It doesn't have to be professional. It doesn't have to be personal. It can be both of those things if you really want it to be. But really, the common theme there in most people's success is having that growth mindset. And we wanted to talk a little bit first about what that means. And when I first heard the term growth mindset a few years ago, it was really me walking through my child's elementary school at that point in time. And I'm like, wow, that's a phrase that I've never heard before. And it's really nothing new when you boil it down and really understand what it is. But we wanted to talk about what it means before we dive into how we can develop a growth mindset. And really, it first came through with our friend Carol Dweck. She is a psychologist who had brought forth a concept. And really, the belief with a growth mindset is that challenges are seen as opportunities to learn and grow rather than obstacles. And really, that's nothing new. You just put a term to it. So I really loved the idea behind what is the difference between a growth mindset and a fixed mindset, and being really reflective of my daily interactions and how that translates into how I go about my day to day. Do I have a fixed or growth mindset when I'm taking on tasks, when I'm going through my professional life, when I'm going through my personal life? Whereas a growth mindset tells us that you can evolve, learn, and move forward and push forward. A fixed mindset tends to believe that things are static. So let's think about that a little bit more when you think of, well, what does that really mean? When you have a growth mindset, again, failure is an opportunity to grow, and challenges help me grow, and my effort and my attitude determine my abilities. And I like to try new things. And what did I learn from this? Whereas a fixed mindset says things like, this is just too hard. I'm going to give up. Or I'm outside my depth here. I really don't know what I'm doing. There's no way I'm gonna get better. There's no way I can get to that next level. My goals are too far out of reach. So really, the fixed versus the growth is determining how we can find that personal and professional success in our lives. The truth is, we're all the directors of our own mindset, and developing a growth mindset can significantly impact your ability to flourish and succeed in the various aspects of your life. So let's talk about developing a growth mindset. What does it take to develop a growth mindset? First and foremost, you want to make sure that you're embracing challenges. So instead of avoiding challenges or feeling discouraged by them, you want to see them as opportunities to grow, build resilience, boost your confidence, and really challenge yourself regularly. You want to set goals and push yourself outside of your comfort zone. So, some strategies to do that is reframing your perspective. Instead of seeing challenges as threats, view them as opportunities. What can I learn from this new experience? What can this teach me? What am I gaining from this? So it is going to be a lot of reflection. Setting incremental goals. You want to make sure that you're breaking down your larger challenges into smaller, bite-sized, more manageable challenges and tasks. And it makes it seem less daunting, and you can celebrate those small victories. You want to have that positivity, that positive mindset, maintaining an attitude that strives for positivity and focusing on the good things that are happening instead of focusing on the negative. Now, the negatives can help you learn, so you don't want to discount them, but you want to see them as learning opportunities. So again, positive thinking, it can enhance your problem solving skills and your abilities and motivation. And you want to make sure that you're seeking support here. You want to make sure that you're not afraid to ask for help or advice from others. Collaborating with others, it can provide new insights and it makes the challenge a little bit more manageable. You want to make sure that you're reflecting on your past successes as well as your past challenges or quote unquote failures. You want to make sure that you are boosting your confidence, but also taking what didn't work, what didn't go well, and move that forward into something that moves it to the next level. You want to make sure that you can share or learn from what it is you did wrong or what didn't work and eventually push past it and make it work. You want to learn from feedback. You want to view feedback as valuable input rather than a personal attack. You want to be open to receiving feedback. You want to reflect on it and you want to use it to make adjustments and enhance your growth and performance. So, some strategies here again, open and receptive to feedback. Approach feedback with an open mind, a willingness to learn, avoid becoming defensive or dismissive. Avoid and, or I should say, ask for specifics. You want to make sure that when you're receiving feedback, you're asking for specific examples, actionable suggestions. This makes the feedback much more useful and easier to implement. You want to make sure that you're reflecting and acting on the feedback and take it to identify concrete steps and action items to take so you can improve them. Create an action plan and address the areas highlighted. Seek diverse perspectives. So you want to make sure that you're getting takes from different people and different sources. Peers, mentors, supervisors, other professionals in a field or industry, your friends, your family, different perspectives. They also lend to be more comprehensive and they can give you different viewpoints so you can adjust accordingly. Expressing gratitude. Thank people who give you feedback and share with them how it is helping you gain that additional perspective and helping you grow. Showing appreciation encourages a culture of open, honest communication in the professional world, and it shows that appreciation in your personal life as well. Some other ways to cultivate a growth mindset is persisting in the face of setbacks. So when we looked at all of those people, people that we identified as successful, or whoever it is you saw in your mind, it is really taking that next step, even when you have that setback. You are not just letting that one failure, that one setback determine your life and your goals. You understand that setbacks are failures and they're a part of the process. They're a part of learning. So when you encounter obstacles, you want to maintain again that positive attitude, focus on finding solutions rather than sitting and relishing on the problem or reflecting on the problem entirely. You want to identify what went wrong, how can I move this forward, and grow from there. You don't want to give up and you want to make sure that you're handling future challenges and achieving long-term goals. And if you continue to persist and push through those setbacks, that mindset will help you move forward and face those challenges head on. Right. So, cultivating a love for learning. You want to develop a curiosity and a desire to continue to improve. You want to expand your knowledge and your skill set. So, you don't want to just stick status quo. A lot of people, when they think of their careers or they think of what it is that they're doing in their personal life, they think, I got this. I know everything I need to know. Really, you're going to want to have that sense of continued growth and development. You don't want to stand still and just be settled on what it is you know in the here and now. Things change, times change, people change. You want to develop that curiosity and desire to continuously improve, expand your knowledge and skills, seek out new challenges, opportunities. Learning and development is really important, and it cultivates and stimulates creativity, innovation. So follow your interests, pursue topics and activities that genuinely interest you. Make sure you set learning goals. So establish specific goals to achieve. You want to make sure that they're actionable and very specific. And it gives you that sense of direction and then accomplishment when you do achieve them. You want to stay curious and cultivate a mindset of curiosity. So ask questions, seek out new experiences, and explore different perspectives. And again, embracing those challenges as opportunities to learn and grow, tackling difficult tasks. It can be highly rewarding and it fosters that deeper love for learning. And then you want to reflect on the learning just like you reflect on everything else. Regularly ask yourself what it is that you learn, how it has impacted you, what did you gain from that? And it helps you reinforce that value of learning and encourages further exploration. Creating a learning environment. So surround yourself with resources, people, look at different tasks and activities or websites or groups that could foster that continued learning environment. So it can be books, it can be online courses, it can be mentors, it can be a website. Again, just looking for those opportunities to create a learning environment for yourself. You want to celebrate your effort and your progress in order to cultivate a growth mindset. So, you want to shift your focus from just outcomes, while those are still important, and especially in a work environment, they are needed. But you do want to look at the effort and what the steps that were taken in and the successes you made there. And even in the failures, again, look at those opportunities. It will help with motivation, positive reinforcement, building confidence. Even if you don't hit your milestone or get to that goal that you initially wanted to get to, it's really important to celebrate your successes along the way. It helps with a variety of things, acknowledging your hard work and persistence. It really helps you achieve those little wins. Those little wins are very valuable and it keeps you pushing to reach that outcome. So, some strategies there again, setting milestones, breaking down those larger goals, celebrating each milestone, acknowledging the hard work. So, regularly acknowledge and appreciate the effort put into the task, reflecting on growth, taking your time on the progress made over time. So you want to make sure that you're taking time to reflect and look at where you started and where you are. Because sometimes we can get lost in the minutia of getting in the weeds with those everyday tasks. And it's really, really valuable to sit there and look back for a moment and say, you know what? I may not be at my goal yet, but look where I started and look where I am now. And that can give you that feeling of accomplishment to then continue and reach on for that next one. And then share your successes. You want to make sure that you're sharing with people, you're celebrating your successes with other people, colleagues, friends, family, it can amplify that sense of accomplishment and support. Reward yourself, treat yourself to small rewards, reaching milestones. They can bring you joy and satisfaction. So even if you're not there yet, continue to appreciate how far you've come and give yourself that little reward, whether it be that latte or that little 5 hour break from your lifelong learning, and really celebrating your wins and rewarding yourself. And then keep a progress journal. A lot of people really love to sit down, and again, it's about making recognition of that progress. So writing down your achievement, it helps you visualize. It helps you really recognize how much work you have put into it, so it doesn't feel that daunting in the end of it. Because some, especially some goals, they can seem quite long and drawn out, and I haven't gotten there yet, and I've been at it this long, but man, oh man, look at how far I've come. And if I just push a little bit more, if I work another 6 months on this part of it, I'm going to get there. Finding inspiration in others is a very key component to growth mindset. So instead of feeling envious or threatened by others' achievements, use them as motivation and inspiration. Learn from their successes, find strategies, hear them, hear their ideas and what they've done to reach their goals, and try and implement them in ways into your own life. So applying those lessons that resonate with you to your own goals. So celebrating their achievements, genuinely celebrate them. It's not only strengthens your relationship with them, but it creates that positive atmosphere. And this, again, it's not only in your professional life, it is in your personal life. When you are truly happy and rooting for other people, that is when you really get them those great mentorships, those great relationships. And it's all about positivity and lifting each other up. Learning from their journey, again, studying their paths and what they did, their strategies, their mindset, their habits, they can be truly inspirational and helpful to you in your own goals and successes. And reach out to successful individuals for guidance and mentorship. This is one of the key things that I always tell people from a career perspective, but in any field or any, even in your personal life. Who is it? What is your goal, your long-term goal? And find that person that's doing that right now. And how did they get there? What did they do? What was their journey? Get an idea of what it took for them to get there. It might not be the exact same path for you, but it helps give you that idea of what it might take to get there, what your baby steps are to get there. You can create that path to get to that goal, and it gives you that additional insight and motivation. Staying positive. So I always tell people in a job search or in any aspect of your life, staying positive is going to be very, very important. Avoid comparing yourself negatively. Don't focus on what's going wrong. Focus on the things that are going right. And for the things that are going wrong, what can I do differently? Is the question we want to make sure that we're asking ourselves, right? We want to make sure that we're not focusing on what is going wrong and woe is me. It's what is going right. And for the things that are not going right, how can I pivot that so it changes that direction? Set collaborative goals. So work with others toward a common goal. And this is very helpful, not only in a work environment, but in a personal environment as well. It can lead to shared success, mutual inspiration. When you have somebody working on it with you, it's always helpful. So I always think of, the big thing I think of here, not only in the work environment, but when I think of personally where this is really effective is, a lot of people have health goals, right? So whether it be weight loss or just overall health and fitness, they always have, kind of that workout buddy that helps them and supports them, and they push each other. That's always one of the things that I think about when I think of setting collaborative goals. So you can have that in the work life as well. So making sure that you have those collaborative goals as well as your individual goals. Whoops. And too far. Sorry about that. Next is practicing self-reflection. So you want to make sure that you're regularly and truly reflecting on your mindset and beliefs in order to increase your self-awareness. You want to improve your decision making and enhance your personal growth. Identify those mixed mindsets, those tendencies. You really want to make sure that you're really truly reflecting honestly on what it is that has been happening, not only thus far, whether it be a personal or a professional goal, but how to get to that next level. So when you're thinking of setting aside time and dedicating your time to reflect daily, weekly, monthly, the consistency part is going to be key in making self reflection a habit. And again, you want to make sure that you're being honest with yourself. You want to ask those reflective questions. Use questions to guide you, like, what did I learn from this experience? What could I have done differently? What are my strengths and how can I learn from them? What do I need to do to improve? What are the areas of opportunity here for me? Keeping again that journal, maintaining self-reflection journal to document your thoughts, your experiences, your insights. So not only the goals and where you're at, but also almost like a diary. So journaling is very helpful for a lot of people. Writing things down can help you clarify your thinking, track your progress. Seeking feedback, again, you want to make sure that you're not just alone in your thoughts on this. You want to make sure that you're very collaborative, whether you're going to a mentor, you're going to a boss, you're going to a coworker, a colleague, a friend, family member, whatever your goal is, make sure that you're getting feedback because that outside perspective is truly, truly helpful. And it helps you see things that maybe you're not seeing or may have missed. Meditation can be a very powerful tool for self-reflection. It allows you to, have that quiet mind, focusing on the present, and really lets you dig deep into your thoughts and behaviors. And then setting those goals. Use your reflections to set additional goals or adjust your goals as needed. So making sure those actionable goals, if you're not where you need to be or you're encountering those obstacles, what then can get you back on track and changing that direction and that course of action so you can get back on that road. Surrounding yourself with growth-minded people. So you hear a lot about this all the time. I hear quotes quite often about you are the people you hang out with, right? So surround yourself with people you want to be and you feel are a positive influence in your life. Engaging with individuals who have that growth mindset, the positive outlook, an influence, shared learning approach challenges you to inspire and reinforce your own goals. Join communities, participate in groups, clubs, organizations that focus on professional, personal development, whatever that goal is for you. It can again be professional associations, online forums. LinkedIn has a lot of great stuff, but you can find stuff in your own community. And depending on your field, you can find a lot of professional organizations that have these meetings all the time that have continuing education. They have forums where people can collaborate and talk, get to know about their more about their industry, that continued learning. So engaging in those types of activities is very, very much part of developing that growth mindset and finding success. Seeking mentors, again, finding people who embody that growth mindset that can be that positive light, that positive force for you is going to be very helpful for you. Networking actively with other individuals who are in your field or have that same goal. So if you want to be Simone Biles someday, get to know the gymnasts in your area. You're obviously going to join a gym, but what are those professionals that tend to help them? Make sure that you're engaging in those types of activities. Find that person that can become that mentor for you. And then collaborating on projects and goals. Find somebody, find that buddy that can help push you and help drive you. Find somebody who has similar goals and make sure you can. A lot of people make things into competitions, not in a negative way, but in a positive way. Competition can definitely be very positive when you don't want to let each other fail. You want to continue to allow each other to succeed and push each other to get to that goal. Engaging in meaningful conversations, having regular discussions with growth minded people about your goals, challenges, progress. Again, they can provide a lot of different perspective and keep you accountable as well. Wait, I thought you mentioned you weren't going to do this anymore. So why are we stuck in this area? Let's get you back on track. Limit negative influences. So minimize interactions with individuals who have fixed mindsets or discourage your growth and effort. So if you have somebody that is continually pushing you down or throwing in, that little bit of monkey wrench in the works, you might want to move away from them. And it's not necessarily that you don't value the input because perspective can be helpful, but you want to make sure that they're doing it in a positive way. You want to be able to have people that share challenges with you that showcase how you can overcome them as well, and that support and uplift you. So, resilience and success through mindset, consciously integrating a lot of these practices into your daily life, you can gradually develop and strengthen a growth mindset. Remember, developing a growth mindset, it's a journey. It's not going to happen overnight. And it does take a lot of reflection and continued steps as you continue to increase on your journey. It's never going to be complete. It's always something you're going to continuously be working on, and you might catch yourself. So that's why you have a lot of these checks and balances in them to help you stay on track. And even if you get delayed a little bit, continue to reach towards that goal. But over time, mindset will not only enhance your resilience, overcome your obstacles, but also foster that continuous learning improvement and success in the various areas of your life. So, no matter what your goals, you can be the next Elon Musk, you can be the next Oprah, you can be the next Simone, you can be the next Walt Disney. Whatever your goals are, as long as your mindset is there and your determination, that growth mindset and those habits, they will ultimately allow you to be successful in whatever it is you decide to do. I appreciate you taking the time to join us today and attend our webinar. I welcome the opportunity to connect with any of you on social media through LinkedIn. You can find my social media address there. But welcome any questions that you might have at this point in time. Again, thank you so much for joining us today.
This was wonderful. Thank you, Melissa. I know we had several of you that, well, a few of you that kind of shared some insight. I didn't see any specific questions, but I know that everyone said that this was really great information and they for sure want the slide deck sent out. So
Oh,
I
for
will
sure.
make sure that I'll send that out along with the certificate of participation to everybody this afternoon. So you will receive that, because I'm sure you guys are all wanting to put this into action right away. But are there any specific questions that you would like Melissa to answer right now? We do have about 5 more minutes, so if there are, we would love to get those answered.
I appreciate all the comments too. I'm glad that it's very helpful and you find value in it.
Yes, I know. We're just looking up here. I know we had someone say for task-oriented people, I think celebrating the wins is overlooked too often. We are often just looking for the next task, which I think we can definitely, be guilty of that.
Mm-hmm. Being
Oh,
optimistic, being an optimistic person, this may be easier. Pessimists may need to work harder at that mindset. But having a buddy and a reliable person to hold you it helps greatly for sure. Absolutely, George.
I think that's a big one too.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Mm-hmm.
surrounding yourself too with people that are more optimistic or
Mm-hmm.
positive thinking, because it's
Mm-hmm.
easy, I feel like, to go down a rabbit hole when you have
Mm-hmm.
individuals that are, negative around you. So just, I think
Yes.
finding that buddy that you can, rely on and grow with.
Yeah. It's right. It's that's not only that support, but it's becoming what it is you are surrounding yourself with, right? At the end of the day. So
Absolutely.
having not only having that buddy, but having that person that can help push you past it. You don't want to become the very thing that you didn't. It's very negative reinforcement when
Hmm.
you're going down that way.
Right. And I always think you can learn so much from others. I love collaborating with other people and
Yeah.
learning from other people.
Yeah. Yes, that solution oriented mindset
Mhm.
versus the negative mindset for sure.
Absolutely. Negativity is contagious, but so is being positive. 100%. Yes.
Yes. And the tape recorder in your head. I love that. I love changing the tape recorder in your head is so important for sure. You can definitely get
Mhm.
stuck in those ruts and I've done it to myself is "Yeah, Melissa, what are you doing? Jeez, it's
So I am
naughty.
also guilty.
Yes, yes. Let's change
That's
that
a
tape
very interesting
recorder.
and true way
I
to look at
I love
that.
that. Yes. I love it.
Will we be invited to the next session? So yes, we always share our next, so we do these every month, like I said. We will have our next session coming up in September. We don't have the flyer quite ready for that yet, but that will be coming soon. So however you found out about this session, I know we will be sharing that again with you as soon as we get all the content for it. So be on the lookout for our next session for sure.
The military is like a business for sure. Must succeed. It applies to all areas of life. Yes, absolutely. Wonderful.
Well, this is great. Please feel free to continue adding your comments, feedback, any other questions. Otherwise, if there are no specific questions right now, we can wrap it up, I guess, for the day. But there's Melissa's contact information there. So if you want to connect with her on LinkedIn,
Mhm.
please do so. I know she'd be happy to hear from you. And thank you again for joining us for this session. This was wonderful. Thank you, Melissa.
Thank you for allowing me to present, and thank you everybody for joining us today. I look forward to connecting with you online.
Wonderful. All right. Take care, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.